Welcome back to the channel. Today we have two special guests here with us, and I'm excited to introduce this to Colorado, something that we're exploring and looking at in partnership with Chris here from the Colorado Bourbon Hunter community. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce, we have the team from Joseph Magnus here with us from Craft Co. Allie, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, hey guys, really good to be here. Allie Anderson, I'm the CEO at Magnus and at Craft Co.
Amazing. And Will?
I am the head blender at Craft Co. and Joseph Magnus.
Perfect. All right, Chris? No introduction needed, right?
No introduction needed. Everybody knows who I am.
Yeah, everyone out here in Colorado knows, yeah. And you guys already know who I am, you know. So let's go ahead and get into it. So what do we have in front of us here today? Will, do you mind going into some of what we have here?
Not at all. So we have two awesome, super premium barrel offerings. We released about 100 barrels of our Joseph Magnus single barrel. It's Saquon Moreau, so it's a traditionally a winemaking and brandy cooperage that produced barrels that we were fortunate to get our hands on, and it was a higher rye bourbon aged in it, and we figured out we had a fantastic offering, and we wanted to release it as single barrel offerings to everyone and not anyone, but we landed on some gold, and we wanted to release it to the public. So
yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a super special and rare barrel offering. So I'm excited.
And with that, and we'll tie right into it. Obviously, just, there's been a lot of just, hype and I think news about this reintroduction now, based on that hiatus that happened, 6 years ago. Why did you feel that now was the right time? I know you mentioned kind of finding some gold. Were there other reasons and things that, said, hey, it's time to bring back some private selections?
I mean, I can say when we shuttered the program, it wasn't because, we wanted to piss off the bourbon community, although we probably unintentionally did. It was really because we looked at supply and said, we're not going to release anything just to have a private barrel. I don't think that's authentic. That's not how we do business. Mm-hmm. And so we knew we had great stocks. We have a wide range of stocks, and we took a pause and said, when we have something that we feel is just as good as what we just did for the past couple of years, then we'll put it out there. But we're not going to just flood the market and just be another brown bottle on the shelf.
Yeah. Just
to say we've got a private barrel program.
Right. Yeah.
It's pretty simple as that. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
So when Will came to us and was like, hey, in fact, to be honest, I didn't even know we had this particular cooperage in our barrels, right? And so he was like, hey, you got this really special thing. I was like, tell me more. Okay, let's taste it. And just went, yeah, okay, this is, we can
work with this. Yeah.
We found a nugget of gold in our inventory, and it was clear as day that we had to share it.
Yeah.
So
Will, with that, what's your approach typically, whether it's either blending or selecting barrels? Do you have something that you go in and say, okay, here's my criteria. I want to see if I can get this, this, and this. Does it hit my palate here or here? Do you have any criteria that you like to use?
Our blending philosophy, or mine, it's a big question. So we definitely hone in on quality. So we'll grade every barrel internally, and we kind of figure out what SKU it is for. Mm-hmm. And this unique lot, I mean, I've had conversations with Allie about pushing it to cigar blend, but I almost said it's almost too special to go to cigar blend. So I kind of wanted to highlight this and separate it from our whiskey inventory, just because of the unique maturation and aging process that it's gone through. It's super unique.
Most people know we use the high rye in cigar blend, and so we really protect that part of our stock.
Yeah.
That was definitely a fun conversation.
Yeah, right. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's like, hey, we got to hold some of this back. That's one of my favorite releases. Is the cigar blend? I always look for that one. Yeah.
So how did Nancy feel when you were like, "Hey, we're gonna hold these barrels. You can't blend them in the cigar blend"?
Yeah, Will, how'd Nancy feel? We'll take that one.
So I ordered her an old fashioned
Okay.
at a bar, and I told her that, and she said, "I respect your decision, and Allie knows what she's doing, and very perfect." I mean, they fit in the inventory and the profile, but they were so unique and special that Allie and I told Allie we have to do something special with this. Like it's so unique.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's great. So with that, I always like to ask this question. I want to hear from both of you guys on this. Do you have a favorite location somewhere in the rick house where you have barrels that are sitting where you say, hey, this is where my favorite lot is coming from? No, I know there's sometimes it's like, nah, it's everyone's great, but I know it's a tough question, but I want to know.
You go first, Will.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So in Holland, our location here, we have a beautiful climate controlled. We have a humidifier, keeping humidity at 72%, and then no forced air. But I made like a little nook in the back corner of a warehouse that Allie actually takes board meetings from.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's loud, it's humid, it's dark, right? Like there's weird old barrels. I made a little desk there, and every time she comes, she'll ask me permission to sit there.
It's his sandbox. It's like
But yeah, it's a little dark cellar in the corner that I pride myself on. We have a collection of barrels we've taken out of oak in demi-jeans, the French technique, and wicker or carboys, and we kind of save them there. I want to put a leg of ham.
It's really true. Like Will really it would not surprise me at all if I came in one day and there's like a giant jambon hanging there.
All right there.
Just like Will, I don't know if you guys know, Will is a chef, like an executive chef, fine dining. He's been in kitchens since he was
that's amazing.
Teens.
Yeah.
Went to, what do you call it, Will? Chef school?
Culinary.
Culinary, yeah.
But
who knows?
so like I could come in and be like, here's all this beautiful old gorgeous bourbon in the super secret part of Will's cellar, and there's also ham. I don't know. That can happen.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's actually.
And then Allie's on her computer on a board meeting.
Yeah. But here's the thing, like because Will controls that cellar with humidity. Like the guys know that if my hair is freaking out one day and I'm in the cellar, like, all right, they're doing something right, because it's just like humidity in there. So yeah, that's the best part of the shop, I think.
I love it. Yeah. That's seriously one of the coolest stories like I've ever heard of. Like, you have your own nook that you've made. That's yours.
There's a little corner where we do like the cigar blend casks and everything else. Something special back there.
So think about when you work with artists like Nancy and Will, though, like on the business side of it, it's like you don't mess with that. You give them, like, you give them their space, and you let them have whatever weird barrels and whiskey and God knows what else back there. Yeah. And they play and create just the most, that's how new categories get created. That's how innovation happens. And I would never, ever want to stand in the way of that. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Yeah. And just to be able to enable that and just say, hey, be a mastermind at work there. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's funky hidey hole or whatever. We got to get
hell. Well, and that's the forefront of innovation, though, right? I mean, she gives me this room for creativity. So we kind of embrace that. And Nancy Fraley and I have a great relationship, and we talk weekly just about progression and innovation. And we kind of that's the literal forefront of where we push the boundaries.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So
I'm glad that was one of the questions I know we wanted to ask you guys about, just
Yeah.
obviously the history of Joseph Magnus as a brand, and pushing innovation. So I'm glad you answered that before we even got there, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a big whiskey history nerd. Like when I was out in Kentucky, I went to Cave Hill Cemetery. I spent 3 hours there looking at all the old distillers who have passed, and I nerd out on that stuff. So all the history of Joseph Magnus and stuff. In fun fact, probably nerdy and too much, but I actually go and look up old newspaper archives. I can't tell you how many times I see Murray Hill, all of those. Going through the articles, and I'll just look up whiskey, and you see them, and I think they're the coolest thing. I have a whole bunch of them saved.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got to talk after this because that's
yeah. Oh, I do it out.
News clippings. I got a bunch of them too.
Yeah.
Stop recording.
Yeah. Well, you guys touched on obviously now Michigan and kind of going into the Rick House and everything. How have you guys found the aging process has changed? Have you noticed anything different? Has there been any noticeable shifts?
So I'll take that, Ellie.
Yeah.
It has not changed.
Yeah.
But it's controllable. So majority of our barrels are down in Indiana or Kentucky. And we let them mature in those wider climates. But the beauty about Michigan is we bring them up, we kind of grade them, or we give them sensory analysis, and then it's controlled, right? So our cellar, it's not as wide as Kentucky. So the temperature doesn't change as much, nor the humidity.
Yeah.
So we kind of slow it down, dare I say. We have a warehouse about 15 miles down the road too, that we have got about 1,500 barrels. So it's hyper sensitive on just kind of tracking them and controlling, which is another nod to the craft of our business. So we can, we dial in and monitor.
And that's definitely evolved, I think, over the years too, because when we were in DC here, we didn't have Will at that time. Wish we had, but we didn't control the way we control now. And I think, Will, if I can say, that's really kind of born out of your studies with Nancy and your trips to France, and just really getting into, we say old world techniques, which really isn't a marketing baloney. It's actually a thing,
Right.
Yeah, it's what we live.
Yeah, it is. And so I think Will's management and control of the barrels and the way they're aging and when they're aging and is really born out of that. It's research and reverence for the way things used to be done.
Yeah, the science behind it and everything.
Yeah.
And I'll say too, as I've been tasting, so I've now tasted both of these. Incredible. So good. Especially this left one right here, really, right now, I'm really enjoying.
There's one that the nose is just incredible. You're just like, I just want to nose this glass all night long.
Yeah.
These are special barrels. I cannot say it enough. So I'm curious what you were nosing on.
Which one is that?
And I'll go into it real quick. Yes.
He actually didn't even want to share the
I know you haven't poured it up
enjoying.
yet. I already poured it up. I could help myself. I was like, I need them both in my glass. I got to know. So, and we'll tell you which one's which, but the one that he's pouring up now, Chris has, to me,
126.
Yeah, is that 126? Let's see.
It is
216.
Yeah, 216.
Yeah, 15216. I get almost like this. It's kind of weird, like an amaretto, kind of sweet, dark cherry forward nose. There's a really nice sweet oak in there too that I really enjoy. And then on the palate, it's got just a flavor that it's kind of like an explosion in my mouth. It hits, my mouth started watering as soon as I sipped it. And I got to go back to the first one now, because I'm like, but this one for whatever reason is mind blowing to me. It's so good.
So you're feeling how I was feeling now when I sampled them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a sneak peek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Will?
Yeah, I mean, so we definitely look for citrus forward, dark stone fruit, butterscotch, right?
Stone fruit's coming through on that one. For
Oh
sure.
yeah. So pastry notes, right? Like millefeuille, the pastry with the
Yeah, I'm
Those
getting
Will being all French again.
right. Yeah. Hey, I love it. I want the culinary experience too.
Oh,
Seriously. Yeah.
but also, yeah, I mean, it has complexity to it. Even like, I don't know if you've ever stewed like, well, we're from Michigan, so Montmorency cherries, like dark cherries stewed down.
Yeah. I'm getting so like I have not had that. I've not done that either. It sounds awesome, but I am totally getting like a very deep dark stone fruit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
think Joe and I are gonna just get on a plane and come down to Holland and come hang out for a little bit.
Yeah,
you are. You super are.
Yeah,
that's I think like one of the characteristic, like when we first launched Magnus, one of the characteristic flavors of Joseph Magnus bourbon was this current dark stone fruit. So it's great to see that. Well, you know, there's a lot of variability in our products. It's great to see that kind of come through in these too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me go back to 219 because, like, Will, you said the pastry note as I was smelling it. I remember when I first smelled this.
Buttery and also
buttercream frosting is what it smells like. Oh, so good. See, now I didn't go to culinary school, but I do love to cook. So, Will, like, there's those things. I am like the chef, the baker at home, so I do it also. Like, there's time where I will sit down with a whiskey and I will just pair it with different foods. I totally nerd out on it. I'm like, I just want to see what's this taste like. What is, you know, but we're doing Mexican one night. How does this taste with this whiskey? You know, I love it. Doing that.
Yeah.
So,
and also if you like swirl your glass, you can kind of see oysters, we call it, little bubbles in the whiskey.
Oh yeah.
So that is right. So that is your fatty esters. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh yeah, you could, and it's moving so slow too. Like it's just
right, and then it's hanging on the glass, right? So these barrels are very special.
So touching on the barrels, actually.
Sure.
Just, I know you kind of mentioned it a little bit, but it's a wine barrel. But how does it actually overall work? Because I think Allie had mentioned in her email that the wood is so tight that you haven't seen very much angel share.
Yep. Yes.
Wow.
So Saquon Moreau, they have a cooperage in California, I believe in the Northern California.
Napa.
Napa, yeah. So they normally do wine or brandy barrels, which is usually targeted for longer maturation. And then, in 2014 and 15, whiskey was booming, and all the houses were, the stills were going, 24/7, but they couldn't find oak to fill it. So that's when they kind of reached out to Saquon Moreau, and traditionally they only toasted, but they made a capital upgrade to char. And I don't have a number of how many barrels they made, but I imagine it's probably 1,000 or 2,000 barrels. And that's when our contract distiller contracted them to age it in there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an interesting nod to, similar to the French brandy technique or aging. Low and slow,
Yeah.
So these barrels turn out into something fantastic.
Yeah. No, they're truly incredible. Now going back to this one, this is the 219. That's tough. That's really tough.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Right?
These are two very special barrels, by the way.
Yeah. It's just, it's really good. Like a little mind blowing. Yeah.
Why choose? Maybe you don't have to choose.
Take both.
I know, right? Yeah. 100%,
I know, right?
I know. This is something I think too, like for the Colorado Bourbon Hunters in the group, which is a great group, very strong, and like there's just so much excitement.
Yeah.
for me right now, tasting these, and I always try to look at like when you're picking single barrels and stuff. I have my personal preferences of things I like, you know, but you have to consider, you know, what everyone's palate's different, right? Everyone can, you know, but both of these right now, I'm already struggling. I'm like, I don't know if I took one or maybe it's two. Allie, like you said, like these are crazy.
Maybe we're gonna I have a question for Will as you guys are tasting through that. Like Will hand selected all these barrels. You've tried, I think, all of them. I know you've tried all of them. Yeah.
A few times. What
kind of variability are you seeing
It's a great question.
in the barrels?
It's a very good question. So the biggest things that transition between the nose and the palate. I think tonight we're fortunate that we're getting home runs out of both, but a lot of times, I mean, I taste thousands of barrels a year, but these barrels have the I'm guilty on the nose, right? So when I judge a barrel, it's on the nose before the palate, because I think the nose adds way more complexity and depth. So what was your question again?
Just like kind of very like, are you seeing them be mostly
so the translation between the nose and the palate, these are pretty close, these two that we're tasting tonight. It varies granted with the stock, and it's wild even seeing the barrels how close they are, but these
it smells so good.
These two are
the several I've tried through our various barrel picks and whatnot have been sweeter than I expected, but also more complex. And sometimes, you know, bourbon could just stop at sweet. It's sweet, tastes like brown sugar, it's molasses, whatever. But these had a little bit more complexity to them with like you were saying, with like some of the buttery pastry notes that are coming through.
Pastry cream, absolutely.
Sweet, but also
meringue.
Savory. So that's what I enjoyed about these.
And
we got meringue pie upstairs, right?
Right. I'm getting a little citrus now too. Like in Will, you mentioned that too. I'm definitely smelling.
So we look for the orange or the zest.
It's all the things that I enjoy, and I always look for. And this is where I'm like getting down to my own like whiskey nerd. The one on my left here, this is the 216. There's a little bit of like an oak funk in there, and now I love a good little. I like sweet and give me a little bit of like something interesting, a little. Now, it doesn't have to be like a weird funk, but just something a little off. That's something that just in that one for me right now, I think is taking the lead. It's tough.
That might be an imperfection in the barrel, right? So oxidation.
That's a great point.
Fun.
So good.
I know.
It's incredible.
Will, the proofs on the did you proof these before you sent them out? I'm sure you did. The ones that these guys have.
So the one on my right, which is this is 106.2 proof. This one, the one that I'm like leaning towards is 104.2 proof.
Yeah, interesting.
It looks like around the same age as well. So really good
same.
Filtering. You can't beat it.
Can't beat it at all. So Allie, I've been talking to Joe over the months, and everything that we talk about is the group feels like it's dominated by men. I know it sounds kind of weird, especially with women being in the industry for so long and having an important role. What does it feel like to be the face of Craft Co and the 5 brands that you represent?
Feels great. I absolutely love this industry. I love whiskey. Like, fell in love with whiskey before I fell in love with any man. I can tell you that. Jack and Jim were my first, but right. How does it feel? Like it's look like, heading up a company, any company in any industry is hard, but like when you've got a team who is just like hitting every single day, like it's an absolute joy. And sure, there's struggles. Like the industry right now is in a really tough spot, right? Just kind of globally and certainly in the US. But, my team looks at that and goes, well, we're just going to control what we can and just kind of buckle down and do stuff. And that's where Will comes up with innovation. That's where our production team goes, all right, we might be a little bit lean, but we're going to get super tight on the way that we do our processes. Or our social house, our tap room at the shop, when you guys come out, get to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure they're delighting every single customer that walks in the door. They make my job really easy.
Yeah.
So like to speak to the kind of the woman side of it, I don't know if that matters as much, right?
Yeah.
You just got like incredible people around you. It really, and look, we're a company that believes in like merit and contribution above anything else.
I love that.
So like my team don't look at me like, hey, yeah, you got lipstick on your teeth, which they better all tell me that. But they also it never made me feel like, they never made me feel like anything more than a part of the team. So
that's
incredible. I'm lucky that way.
She crushes. Allie knows whiskey, I'd say almost better than me.
That's not true.
Yeah, but she leads a great team. We're a great team. She manages that fantastically, pulls the right strings. She's a kick-ass. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, before CEO, you were running the sales crew, right? So, so it feels like second nature to you, I guess I would.
Yeah. Like we started Magnus here. Well, I'm actually in my house in DC, in Virginia right now. I'm in Michigan, the other part of every week, basically. But we started that here in DC, and I like kicked and screamed. Like I had a friend drag me into the business who helped found it, and I was like, no, I'll do it part time. Like I got my own thing going. This is, and I just fell in love with it. It just. First of all, the product was like amazing, right? That first bottle of Magnus was incredible, as are the bottles rolling off the line today. So, it's a pretty special thing.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, these were incredible. I'm so excited, I think, just to share these now, and we'll be sharing this, of course, just with the group and just the folks on the channel and whatnot. And I mean, this is awesome. So I can't thank you guys enough for joining us tonight and kind of just walking through. Any questions for us?
I don't know. I think I just want to know like what you picked.
What barrel?
We want to know that.
Yeah.
What's your, if you had to pick one?
Oh man, 216 has been my love ever since the package arrived at the house.
Okay, so we're aligned then.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm leaning 216.
216.
So I can see this, and we'll probably have to have a few more folks try them because this is the whole palate thing. But I'm with you. I'm with you there. What are you gonna say, Will?
I smell and taste whiskey barrels every day.
Yeah.
And 216 is like a A++.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's a monster.
I'm glad our align.
It makes you feel a little better. All right.
No, this is something special.
219 still a monster, but
But right, so that's a A+. But
this one,
yeah,
it's phenomenal.
It's gold star.
It's incredible.
It's like you get that sweetness, and then it like transitions over, and you kind of get that rye spice back in on the back end palate, but it's still soft where I can sip this on any night of the week or invite friends over.
Well, and just those esters and everything. Like I said, that was when I sipped that thing. It was my mouth just immediately started watering.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That doesn't happen very often. I've had hundreds of whiskeys and tried so many different things.
Yep.
It's rare when I actually have that experience, and I was just like, okay, this is and I was just watching just how slow it's moving down the glass. Like, it makes sense. It's nuts. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. It's a special barrel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it has a little placement. I mean, you got Joseph Magnus, you got Murray Hill Club, you got Cigar, and now you got a little special something for the rest of the family there.
That's right. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
So, but no, we can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. This was a blast. We'll be getting this out to everyone, and look forward to the future here.
Yeah.
So
if y'all ever want to come check out the distillery,
absolutely. That sounds great. Yeah.
How many can you fit?
Barrels or guys?
Yeah.
We're bigger guys out
Lot of
here,
both.
so
Yeah. Right.
When you come though, you gotta have. I've got to give this a plug, but you gotta have. It's called Willie's Chicken Sandwich.
Mm.
In
fried
the
chicken sandwich. I was a chef one time in my career.
Okay. Yeah.
It is really good.
I'm on board. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how far
Well,
is
thank
it
you,
from,
gentlemen.
How far
Thanks
is it
for having us. Yeah.
Sorry.
How far is Willie's chicken sandwich?
Oh no, it's in the shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
Like
there.
you go
So-
taste your barrels and you come out and you get yourself a
And it's
fresh
right there.
sandwich.
So Will will set us up some cots. We'll be able to
Yeah.
eat. We'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
able to hang
Hell,
out in the private.
I'll back my
cellar
trailer.
area.
I got a trailer. I got a trailer with 2 full-size bunks and
Beautiful.
yeah, hell yeah. You can stay at my house.
Yeah. No, amazing.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Appreciate having you guys on, and we'll look forward to more. So,
Thanks for
All
having
right.
us. This is
I guess.
great.
Cheers.